Hi, I'm Michaela. The divide between the generations may never be as big as it is today. With technology advancing, it's easy to lash out at something you don't understand. One of the most popular games ever is Minecraft. This game development started on May 10, 2009 and was officially launched on November 18, 2011. It is currently the best-selling video game in history with over 200 million copies sold worldwide. Aspects of this game are very apparent in pop culture. For those who don't understand, today I will be demonstrating the basics of Minecraft Java Edition, as it's one of the only things I'm good at. So going to the grass block icon on your desktop, it'll open the launcher. You can go and change which update you want to play whenever, but for new players, this isn't really important. Hit play at the bottom. Here's the title screen for whatever version you chose. Here's a little brief definition of some of the important option settings. For graphics, it's exactly what it sounds like. Fancy is always a good default, unless your computer is really bad. Then use fast. Same applies to the clouds. Render distance is basically how far ahead of you the game loads, according to your character's vision. If your computer can't handle it, lower it. I'd always recommend full brightness, especially in survival mode, because caves can get very dark. I'd also recommend turning off bobbing and lowering distortion effects, especially if you get nauseous easily. In music and sounds, always adjust to your personal taste. It may take some actual gameplay to find your personal preference, but let me tell you this. Most of these do not need to be at 100%, especially hostile creatures. You will get startled, especially if you're wearing headphones. Weather is also unnecessary because it only means rain, which is loud enough. The Controls tab shows you what button does what, and you have the option to change them if you really wanted to, but most players don't. Now go to Single Player and down to Create New World. Name it whatever you want. The Game Mode tab describes each one for you. In Survival, it's basic. You craft, you eat food, and you level up. Creative is where you can build whatever you want and not have to worry about hunger or finding new blocks or dying. Hardcore is just like Survival, except its difficulty is automatically set to hard, and you can only die once, and then the world is unplayable again. Speaking of difficulty, there's 4 of them. In Peaceful, there's no hostile creatures that can spawn in the game at all. In Easy, hostile mobs spawn, but they do not deal much damage to you. You survive longer when you're hungry, and zombies and skeletons rarely ever wear full suits of armor which protect them. Normal is the default setting for intermediate to advanced players. The standard amount of damage is dealt to you by mobs. You survive shorter when you're completely hungry. In hard, it's very intense. Lots of hostile damage is dealt to you. You'll die if your hunger bar completely runs out. Zombies can break down doors and spawn more zombies, and spiders spawn with heightened abilities, increased speed, strength, regeneration. And don't worry about cheats, data packs, or some game rules at first. This will be customized later. In More World Options, this is where you can be creative with your world if you want to try something new. A seed is a long code for a pre-made world that other people have discovered. Generate structures is very important because they help you immensely in completing the game. Villages, temples, abandoned mine shafts are some examples. World type is exactly what it sounds like. Default is average with many biomes that are a good size. Super flat is super flat. Large biomes has large biomes. Amplified biomes, however, are incredibly tall and exaggerated versions of the original biome, and they require a strong computer to handle. Single biome, you can pick whichever biome you want and just have that be your world. The bonus chest gives you a little boost when you start your world. It gives you some torches, wood, apples, and sometimes a pickaxe or an axe. Now this is your health bar and this is your hunger bar. If your hunger bar runs out, it can be drastic depending on what difficulty setting you chose. On easy, your health bar goes to 5. On normal, to 1. And on hard, you'll die if your hunger bar is empty. When you spawn in, start getting wood by holding down left click on some trees. Once you've had wood, press E and place it here to make planks. Then, fill the whole 4x4 section with planks to get a crafting table. Place it using the right click and then right click to use it. This allows you to make every recipe in the game. Now put 2 planks of wood on top of each other to get sticks. From here, you can craft pretty much any tool like pickaxe, shovels, bows. Now, placing the tools in your hotbar at the bottom. To switch between these items, either use your scroll wheel or use a number bar at the top of your keyboard. I'd recommend a wood pickaxe first, then mining some stone to make stone tools, which are stronger and more efficient. For food, there are usually always animals roaming around. A couple of left clicks and they'll drop meat. Fruits, grains like apples, melons, carrots, and wheat, which you have to farm, also make food. Now the meat you can eat raw if you're in a hurry, or you can cook them in a furnace to have them restore more of your health. While cows also drop leather and chickens also drop feathers, sheep also drop wool, which is very important. This lets you craft a bed, which lets you sleep during the night. This is important because during the night, hostile mobs spawn. The main 4 are zombie, which will hurt you if they get too close to you, skeleton, which fires arrows at you from a distance. Spiders will hurt you if they get close to you and they can climb walls. Creepers will silently walk behind you and explode after a few seconds. You can barely ever hear them. Zombies and skeletons burn in the daylight unless they're in water or in shade. Spiders are passive in the day and won't attack you. Now, Endermen are important for later in the game, but for now, they are passive all the time except if you hit them or look them in the eye. Those are the basic mechanics of the game. After this, you can explore and survive however you like, and there are thousands of resources to help you along your way.